too.
Making their way toward the ring are the Intimidators. It is the instigator, Troy Mest, and the really big man, Mean Mark Mest.
Mean Mark Mest is a huge, giant-like mountain of a man. And I'm telling you what, they're big, they're tough, they're the real stuff, but they may not be any match for their opponents, who we're going to see in just a few seconds here.
And nobody has even come close to pinning Mark Mest in Steel City Wrestling, and he and his brother Troy Mest have competed together for quite some time, but of course the opponents also a long-standing tag team together.
This Mark Mest, not much to look at. He's certainly big and powerful. A tad overweight, just like I'm a tad overweight. Let's say just a little bit.
A bit.
But I'm telling you what, he is hard to beat. It's almost like he owns the ring. That's how accomplished he is in there.
Almost.
And here they come, the original Mad Dogs of War. Oh my Lord, the roof's gonna come off this place.
Here come the Pitbulls. Ring announcer Jamie Scott a little bit apprehensive in there among all that beef.
Tell you what, the Pitbulls, the Intimidators, maybe they're called the Intimidators. Gary and Anthony, the Pitbulls, don't seem real intimidated, do they?
Not at all.
Now, if there was only one here, would they be operating at half Mest? Mad Dogs of War. If I'm not mistaken, former ECW World Tag Team Champions, am I right?
That's exactly right.
I'm telling you, I just don't see the Mest compete with these guys. The Mests are big, the Mests are tough, but I'm telling you what, they may just be a plain mess by the time all this is over.
And you mentioned that the Pitbulls don't seem intimidated. As you mentioned, they have definitely veterans of some really tough wars in ECW, and they won those belts from Raven and Stevie Richards back in '95.
Here's the big challenge. I think they're going to beat the Mests, but if they can get one of these big hosses up for the Super Bomb, that would certainly be an accomplishment, would it not?
That would literally bring the house down. Pitbull 2 in there, starting things off with Mark Mest, and Mest doesn't go anywhere. And a big spinning heel kick by the big man. Surprising agility.
Big Anthony really taking Mark Mest to the mat there. I was going to tag into Gary. The Pitbulls got to tag quick to where the bigger man died, I think.
Setting him up for a double back suplex. Surprised the ring held up for that one. It's Pitbull 1 goes for the pin.
Pretty impressive back suplex. A man that big, well, hell, you normally have to make 2 trips to get him up.
Winding him up, and the Intimidators have not started off well at all, but now we get the tag to the instigator, Troy Mest. Hip toss. I guess Troy started a lot of fights in his day.
No doubt about it, but Gary Wolf's finished a lot of fights in his day, and right now he's all over Troy Mest.
Nice back kick there by Gary, Pitbull 1.
Now there's something about the Pitbulls you don't often see. A good arm bar into a good spinning wheel kick. The Pitbulls are only big and tough, but they can wrestle. Oh, drop toe hold elbow. Shades of the Midnight Express, the old one, the one that could really do a move like that.
And we're going to get a 2 count there as Troy Mest kicks out. But you're right, the Pitbulls, of course, they have that hardcore reputation, getting in a lot of bloody brawls, but they can really do some good classic tag team moves, which is getting to be kind of a lost art here.
Exactly right. They're very underrated. A lot of people think all they can do is brawl and be hardcore, but these guys can really wrestle. They're very educated in the art of wrestling. Nice double team move here.
That's a great double team move. The body scissors pulling the head back into a drop kick by Pitbull 1, who's going to get the 2 count there.
I tell you what, I think Gary could have had a 3 count there. I think they want to prolong the agony. The Pitbulls may be very technically profound. They may be very tough as far as brawling goes, but they're sadistic. They definitely want to prolong the anger, the agony, the pain.
The Intimidators, really a good tag team. Once they have things going their way, they do a good job of keeping their man in their corner, but they really haven't gotten their game plan going at all here against the Pitbulls, and you can't really fault them against a team of this caliber.
Oh, no, not at all. The Mest have been together for a while. But
nice
the Pitbulls have been together just as long and won a lot of titles.
And Pitbull 2 looking good here, and Troy Mest is nowhere near tagging his partner, at least not mentally.
He's kind of messed up, I guess you could say. Oh, goes to Anthony's eyes, rakes his eyes, going to drag him into the wrong part of town. Now he tags in his brother, Big Mark Mest.
And a drop toe hold once again, right on the nose as Mark Mest goes down. And that was really bad news for the Intimidators because that's when they had to start things going. But again, the Pitbulls right back on top.
Well, once again, that's where the Pitbulls are real smart. They're taking the big man off his feet, trying to wear him down, trying to get him on the mat where you can really neutralize whatever size advantage he does have. The Pitbulls are wrestling a great, great match.
And Mark Mest swinging a miss, and Troy just caught Pitbull 2 from behind and out to the floor. And right near the crowd, look out. Troy Mest looking good right now.
Rolls back in Anthony. Now he's going to be the target of Mark Mest, who's lining Anthony up. Comes in with a big splash.
Oh. And that's exactly what Mark Mest needs to do, lay in all that weight.
No doubt about it. I mean, that's the one thing he has going for him. That much weight can be a positive or a negative. It's up to him. Here comes the big splash. Oh, just crushes Anthony. For the first time, I can honestly say the Pitbulls are in trouble.
But he's got to hook him up and go for the 3 count. You can't let the Pitbulls have any breathing room. But what's he going to go for here? He's going to try to knock Pitbull 1 off the apron, but this may have allowed Pitbull 2 to come back into the match.
Pitbull 2 whipped in the corner, draped across that top turnbuckle. Now both Mark and Troy Mest are going to have their way with him. Gary Wolf rushes in to try to help Big Anthony, but, you know, misguided effort. He did the right thing, but it turned out to be the wrong thing.
Well, the Pitbulls dominated the first part of this match, but now Mark and Troy Mest finally doing things their way. And what a win it would be if they could beat the Pitbulls. And whoever wins this match has to be considered top contenders for the tag belts, which are held by Cactus Jack and the Blue Meanie, who won the belts here back in February.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Cactus and Meanie team for a while. I think there may be trouble in whatever twisted paradise those 2 psychos live in. I think that tag team title could well be up for grabs, either in a tournament or either with whenever 2 wrestlers are lucky enough to wrestle 2 partners who have not teamed literally in months.
These are a couple of cohesive tag teams, and both of them could put up a good challenge if they can get in the ring with Cactus and the Meanie. Nice body slam there by Troy Mest, and he's going to bring the big man in one more time.
Hey, I got to give the Mest brothers credit, man. The Pitbulls, I think they have it all in terms of conditioning, strength, and speed, but the Mest are hanging in there and really making a hell of a match right here.
Mark Mest leaning in once again on Pitbull 2, sends him in with the Irish whip, and oh, he missed that time. Pitbull 2 needs a tag.
I hear about Irish whip all the time. I could go for an orange whip right now. You know, like, what was that movie, Blues Brothers? Orange whip, 3 orange whips. Troy Mest with a big shot to the back of Pitbull Anthony's head.
And setting him up here, Pitbull number 2 really needed to make the tag there. That's Anthony. Catches him with a suplex, and again, the Pitbulls desperately need a tag.
Anthony got to get over there and make that hot tag. Gary Wolf hasn't been in the ring for a while. He's clearly the fresher of the 2, ready to go. Now here comes Big Mark Mest.
And he cuts him off one more time.
The Mest brothers really wrestling a very, very, very solid tag team match. Cutting off the ring, frequent tags. Really, I mean, I hate them. I'm not trying to make fun of them here, but they're not too real well conditioned, man. But with frequent tags, you can get around that.
That's right. It's not like you have to have one of those guys in there for an entire match. They can get some rest on the apron. And that's why I guess these 2 really probably work best as a tag team. And a boot to actually a knee to the gut there by Mark Mest, and the Pitbull's in big trouble right now.
No doubt about it. Hey, by the way, I'm a big fat guy myself, but I make frequent tags in my personal life, and it's really done the trick.
It's made all the difference in the world. Here comes Pitbull 2 with the clothesline. Down goes Troy Mest, and down goes Mark Mest. Wow.
Now Anthony's going to tag in Gary. It looks like Mark Mest really had his head taken off. Here comes Gary Wolf. Here's the hot tag. Troy Mest the first to taste his fist. Now Mark Mest takes a hard right. Another hard right takes down Troy Mest. Mark Mest absorbing a beat himself.
Pitbull number 1, Gary Wolf, with both Intimidators now, and the doubleheader. And what's he going to go for here? Takes them both down with a flying body press. but you're not going to pin both those guys at once.
Gary Wolf, just a house of fire, takes down Troy Mest with a big clothesline, lines up the big man, big kick to the midsection, and Mark Mest goes flying outside the ring.
And that's exactly what they had to do. Take the big man out and work on the smaller man, Troy Mest. And I think they're going up, maybe for the super bomb.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people like the way this elevator goes up, but it's not too much fun when it goes down. Doesn't stop for ladies' lingerie, doesn't stop for home appliances. It just hits the basement,
yeah.
And here we go.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what's this now?
The CWO is in town. The Q World Order attacking the Pitbulls. This is payback for when the CWO was beating up Paul Mitchell, and now a chair to the back by Don Montoya. And the CWO strikes again.
But you know what? The CWO really had no beef. They were triple teaming a man 3-on-1 when the Pitbulls came in to help them out. This is just ridiculous. Here come all the referees. The Mest brothers are sneaking out. It's just a conundrum in there.
Boy, oh boy, the Pitbulls.
It's a conundrum. What is that?
I think it's a conundrum. Pitbulls just getting clocked by the Q World Order, but now the Pitbulls are right back in the CWO heading for lower ground.
The Pitbulls, I'll tell you what, they were setting up big Troy Mest for the Super Bomb. I would have loved to have seen that. But in any case, the winners of the Pitbulls, I'll tell you what, there are a lot more chapters to be written in the rivalry between the Pitbulls and CWO.
You're right, the Pitbulls win by DQ, but they're definitely headed for a war with the Q World Order.
I know rock and roll. My baby, she don't like no rock and roll. She says, honey, if it don't got the blues, some knocking you. Now she don't want to hear no Twisted Sister, no Van Halen. Don't give me Hootie and the Blowfish and that R.E.M. Don't give me no Judas Priest, no Motley Crue. But that stuff just makes me puke. Oh, my baby, she don't like no rock and roll. My baby, she don't like no rock and roll. This boy, if it don't got the blues, some knocking you.
Need a tow?
City Championship Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion. My name is Christian York, and for those of you who don't know, you're all going to be excited by the matches that I give you. Their competition right now is heating up. It's got Reckless Youth. It's got Mike Quackenbush, Joey Matthews. Every day it gets hotter and hotter here in Steel City Championship Wrestling, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
Okay, we are ready for a Steel City Wrestling Junior Heavyweight title match as you see the challenger, Mike Quackenbush. My name's Jeff Gorman, joined by Mark Madden.
Look, we've heard about enough of you, Jeff Gorman. I want to introduce the uncrowned Junior Heavyweight Champion of Steel City Wrestling, here to do color with us on this match. Welcome aboard, Reckless Juice. Reckless, it must be killing you right now to see these two guys competing over a title you should still have.
First of all, when you announce Reckless Shoot, you announce Reckless Shoot as the king of the independents, a well-deserved title that's been given to me. Unprecedented in independent wrestling. I held 9 titles at one time, and Steel City Wrestling could have been the 10th.
And we're about to see the champion, Christian York. And Reckless, at one time you did hold that championship, but you had to vacate it due to an injury. You said you were going to go after the winner of that 4-way dance, and it was this man, Christian York.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If I was supposed to automatically get a shot, which was agreed between the hierarchy here in SCW, why the hell do I got to get jobbed out and work a #1 contenders match and then lose to a sissy coin toss? I can tell you this. It's obvious that the hierarchy here in SCW is trying to screw over the most over man in SCW.
No, I couldn't put it better, Reckless. And like I said, a coin flip, who ever heard of a coin flip to decide a world title match? They don't do it with the big boys, and they shouldn't do it here in Steel City Wrestling either. Let's go to the ring, then we'll hear Reckless's comments.
First, the challenger. He hails from West Lawn, Pennsylvania. Weighing in at 191 pounds, Lightning Mike Quackenbush. Hailing from Rockaway Beach, New Jersey. Weighing in at 204 pounds. He is the Steel City Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion.
I said, what about a coin flip to decide who's in a world title match? That smacks of conspiracy, if you ask me.
What the hell is a coin toss in the first place? If you want to base the match on that, let's base it on points alone. Points alone show that Reckless Youth was ahead by about 100. Am I right, Mark?
No doubt about it. What do you think, Jeff Gorman? Your opinion doesn't matter. Just call the match.
As Quackenbush locking up with the champion Christian York with a drop toe hold. In fact, it was this referee, Chris Wood, who did the coin flip that you came out on the short end of the stick, Reckless.
I'll tell you what, that is a goof referee in the ring, and I want to look over to see his Pennsylvania state license for refereeing to see if that man is even supposed to be a ref in the ring, because I don't know what a coin toss? Come on, just like I said earlier, I was ahead by points, Stretch Plum was on, and the man was about to tap out. I don't know why I got jobbed, especially on the time limit, too. What is it, 10-minute time limit? Who the hell ever heard of a 10-minute time limit for a number one contenders for a title match in the first place?
Especially with junior heavyweights, the cream of the workers in any circuit, whether it be WCW, WWF, or here in Steel City Wrestling. I couldn't agree more emphatically.
In fact, Reckless, when the 10-minute bell went off, you had the Stretch Plum on, you probably thought you won the match, didn't you?
Brother, I'll tell you right now, when I put that hold on, everybody's going down sooner or later, because I'm not letting go, and sooner or later they're crying uncle. To bring up the point that Mark just said, we are the cream of the crop. For too many years, we've been put to the side and put down, told we weren't big enough, we weren't strong enough, we couldn't do anything, and we're showing everybody now.
Whoa.
I may not like either one of these guys, but I got a whole hell of a lot of respect for them.
What about that move? A flying spinning toe hold by Mike Quackenbush.
And another one, Quackenbush really working on the legs of Christian York. Quackenbush wrestling at a very high level, and even though you're not getting this title shot, you got to admit that Quackenbush is up at this championship level, and he could walk away with the belt tonight.
See that move right there we just got done seeing? Quackenbush well versed in the Japanese art of wrestling. That move was made famous by the one and only original Tiger Mans.
Satoru Sayama.
Unbelievable. A spinning toe hold on a flying start. It looked like Perry Funk on a trampoline, for heaven's sakes.
But I'm very impressed that the champion, Christian York, is able to come back with a nice leg hold of his own. And one thing that I was impressed with, especially in your match with Quackenbush, not just a lot of high flying from the junior heavyweights, but a very strong scientific mat base.
Hey, I'll tell you what. A long time ago, when they first started to give the push to the lightweights back in WCW, one of the guys that's not really a fan of light heavyweight wrestling put it over best. And he said, we don't have the knockout potential, which is obviously true. So we have to be versed in all forms of wrestling. And you're seeing one of them right there, submission wrestling. He has a leg lace on him right there.
Good submission move by Quackenbush. Christian York maneuvering out, Jeff.
Sends the champion in, swinging a miss. Here comes Christian York, and went right for the knee, nailed him with a headbutt to the knee.
Everybody knows that last time, who played Uncle? Who said, Uncle, Uncle, in the Texas Cloverleaf? It was Quackenbush. And he's going right back doing the same type of damage. Shin breaker right here.
Ooh. And Christian York breaking down the legs of his man. York with a bit of a weight advantage, and it's even more now that he's got him down on the mat.
Christian York really working over the legs of Mike Quackenbush. Really setting him up for a leg submission later in the match, I'm guessing, Jeff.
Boy, these two are just crippling each other out there. Not a lot of high-flying moves like we mentioned. This is just a brutal ground war.
There's a leg submission. Have you faced this move before, Reckless?
Brother, I have done this move before. This is one of the many moves in the Reckless Youth arsenal.
You've got a lot of them, that's for sure. Reckless, let me ask you a question here while we wait for Mike Quackenbush to go to the ropes to get out of this hold. What about the stretch plum? Obviously made popular by Plum Mariko in Japan. How did you come up with the idea of using it, and what are your unique adaptations of it? Because let's face it, you do it different and better than anybody else.
Well, I'll tell you what, Plum was the originator. Kawada was the man who's used it more effectively, and now Reckless Youth is carrying the hold to the United States. My version, I gotta tell you right now, the reason why I think my version is the better version is because I'm here in the States and no one knows that hold or the counter, and I put it on, it's lights out.
Quackenbush knocked to the floor by the junior heavyweight champion, Christian York, who's in a tough fight for that belt right now.
Wait, where's Reckless going?
He's gone.
Where's Reckless going? He's going to the ring.
Reckless is in there, and he's taking up a beef with the referee, Chris Wood, about what he was just talking about, the coin flip.
Well, no, he's going after York. Quackenbush is outside the ring. Chris Wood, idiot that he is, doesn't know what to do there, the referee.
He wants a three-way dance, Mark.
What, is it going to be a three-way dance now? Is it official? What's the call?
And this was your idea before when it was
a good
draw.
idea. All of my ideas are good, but this is particularly good.
And here it goes. No, the referees are literally dragging Reckless out of the ring.
Oh, Oh,
What a
big leg lariat by Quackenbush. Now Reckless being dragged back to the dressing room.
Wow, Reckless Youth really has reason
Well,
to be
it should be a
upset.
three-way dance. He should be in there.
Somersault. Plancha is aborted smartly, and a beautiful somersault senton to the floor by Quack.
And Quackenbush pops right up. He has Christian York in trouble now. He smells title, I think.
Quackenbush is getting in and out of the ring, and the fans chanting SCW for the junior heavyweights, and we've heard that a lot over the
No
past
doubt
few
about it.
months.
If I ran this company, and I should because I'm the smartest guy in Pittsburgh when it comes to pro wrestling, but if I did run this company, I'd build it around the junior heavyweights, I'd build it around Reckless Youth, and I'd put Lou Marconi in this division too, because he definitely is junior heavyweight weight, he's junior heavyweight size, he's junior heavyweight good. Junior heavyweights in SCW, man, you gotta love him.
Whoa! The tope suicida by York, taking down the challenger, Mike Quackenbush. And these two, after starting the match on the ground, have really taken it to the air.
What a match. Yeah, Christian York, let's face it, he was relieved to not have to face Reckless Youth. Heck, I'd be relieved to not face Reckless Youth.
Yeah.
And now all that extra energy, all that extra adrenaline, if you will, is being focused on Mike Quackenbush, who Christian York has beaten before, am I right?
Yes, he has. Christian York in his last title defense here beat him with the Texas Cloverleaf. That's what Reckless was alluding to. And now Quackenbush has to avoid just that same kind of hold. Cover here by the champ, Christian York. He gets two.
I might add, Reckless is the man of 1,003 holds. He's one behind Jericho, but he says his holds are better, so I call it an even money draw.
So you're saying his 1,003 are worth Jericho's 1,004?
I think it's a pretty close race, yes. I might add they both use the same hold number 4, though. Arm bar.
Yes, the classic armbar. Savant kick by York, who springs to the top rope. Beautiful flying body press off the ropes. We're going to get 1, 2, and Quackenbush kicks out in this title match. Remember, Quackenbush could walk off with a belt, and Reckless would have another obstacle to climb.
Quackenbush looks real tired right now. He looks real beat. Christian York, carrying about maybe, 15 extra pounds on Quackenbush, has really worn him down.
And Quackenbush has the presence of mind to propel York to the outside, but York's right on top. Springboard into a bulldog. A lot of height on that. Ouch. Oh, man. That could get it right there. 2 and foot on the rope.
What a move by Christian York. A springboard into a bulldog. Didn't even bulldog it so much, he just grabbed him by the back of the head and drove him face first into the canvas. What a high-impact maneuver.
Quackenbush may be seeing stars right here. Just plants him, and now he's setting up for a top rope move. Christian York up to the top. Moonsault! Oh, but he brought the legs up.
Quackenbush got the knees up, spoiled York's moonsault. Now Quackenbush has the edge. What's he going to do right now? He's picking York up.
Quackenbush has got to go for something big here after all the punishment he's taken. Nice body slam. Off the ropes. There's the Quacken smash. Cover.
We got a new champ. 1, 2, no.
Foot on the ropes again. Whoa.
What's that called? The Quacken smash.
The Quacken smash. It's a double jump corkscrew moonsault. Sends him in. Reversed now by the champ. Oh, but Quackenbush has him. Beautiful power bomb. 1, 2.
We got a new champ. No. What a
Quacken.
match. What a match.
Quacken.
Somebody give me a cerveza.
Quackenbush coming agonizingly close to winning the title. Just
All
a,
the little teenage girls are looking around at me yelling, you know they want me, don't you?
I thought it was me. Whoa! Oh, he rammed that knee right into the turnbuckle, and York catches him with a kick to the back. What's he going for here?
York going up top, Quackenbush a long way across the ring. Now he staggers over.
Whoa! Top rope, spinning heel kick. That's going to get 2 and no.
What's it going to take to beat this guy? Like acid in his shorts? I mean, you're giving everything this guy they got. They can't pin him.
Just like the match against Reckless Youth, it ended a 10-minute draw. They just could not keep Quackenbush down. Stops him with the headbutt to the gut. Quackenbush keeps going. Now we get Northern Lights bomb.
We got a new champ. 1, 2, no.
And York kicks out.
I'm so excited I'm getting flustered. I actually made a couple mistakes. Me, the perfect color commentator.
I'm in
I've
shock.
mixed up words. I've made mistakes.
What a historic match. For that reason alone, York catches Quackenbush on the top rope. Now what's he set up for here? Quackenbush trying to fight his way out. Oh my.
Goes for a sunset flip. Can he pull him over?
Is he gonna get him? into a Hurricane Rana, but now it's overhead roll up and
He got him! He got him! He got him!
Wow.
Christian York's still the champ! York's still the champ! York's still the champ!
What a match!
They reversed each other in the roll-up 3 or 4 times, Jeff.
I'm amazed. Oh, and Quackenbush can't believe it. He was so close. Wrestled one of the best matches of his life, but still York came out on top.
I'll tell you what, though. Even though Christian York's a fine champion, a fine winner here in a fine match, let's remember that Reckless Youth was denied a title shot because of a coin flip. Okay, Christian York may be the champion, but I have a question to ask you, Jeff Gorman.
What's that?
What about Reckless? What about his title shot?
What about Reckless? I'm sure he'll get his title shot, which he richly deserves sometime in the future.
Reckless needs an advisor, somebody like me. I only take 50, 60% of the take.
That's about fair. Christian York still the junior heavyweight champ.